It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, and the game of the week is just moments away. It's the Browns and the Eagles on Monday night.
The city of Philadelphia is one of rich history and passion, and you can always count on the ladder when you step inside Lincoln Financial Field. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago where the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw, Mayfield. And his first look is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. So now here comes the Eagles offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing 1 interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. From the gun, Wallace. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Back to throw again. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. Fast footwork by Sanders. Gets through, and now an opening. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. How did he stay on his feet? The 30. 10. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. 74 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. And Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Josh Lambo now for the point after. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. from the 6. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. The numbers for McLaurin a week ago: 7 catches, 94 yards.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Second into his prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Slings this deep from McLaurin, and it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, Wallace slings this deep from McLaurin. And that is going to be pulled one-handed. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Tyler Bass now for the point after. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. That drive goes 80 yards in 6 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Webster going to hold on to it, and it'll come out to the 25. Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game, but he'd probably like to just to get past that point.
Yeah, and if he doesn't, as you noted, there's still time, still opportunity. There's still more games to be played. So, yeah, it's not a lock. But barring injury, it certainly looks like he's going to get there. And what an accomplishment that is. Anytime you get over 1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Here's Tommy Townsend now as he'll kick it away for the second time. A beautiful fake. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. So here are the Eagles to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Wallace. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Wallace. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Sanders. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Wallace. And he's going to be taken down. Back around the 35-yard line. Maurice Hurst coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. So not only do you not get the 1st down, but you've also made things a lot more difficult on your field goal kicker.
Yeah, they're still in range, but you're exactly right because you know the kicker's over there saying, thanks a lot. You just made my job a little tougher because when he kicks it now, he'll kick it lower. Because he's got to get more distance, that means there's more jeopardy for the ball to get tipped or blocked.
The kick by Bass is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. The Browns drive about to get started. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Mayfield hands to Chubb on the draw.
Oh, that's sweet.
What an effort. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 96 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. After 17-7 the score on EA Sports. The start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Throwing, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air under it, and the defender was actually able to take advantage of it because it hung up there just long enough for him to get there and take it away.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Wallace, left side here to Sanders. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Sanders, and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Wallace. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Wallace. Trying to lay one up deep. It's caught inside the 25. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Wallace. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards.
Well, that's not exactly how they drew that one up, nor practiced it, because on 1st down, you're trying to get some yardage to set up 2nd and 3rd down calls. In this case, had to drop it off to his running back. But, boy, they closed quickly on that one and stopped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Off play action. Wallace. That'll be dumped off to Gainwell. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. Touchdown, Eagles! Dallas Goedert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. On the return comes Webster. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. There's Baker Mayfield as he and the Browns offense comes back out. Charles, it's the second quarter. Your team's losing. You're not playing well as the quarterback, but like I said, it's the second quarter. So how worried right now are you?
You're concerned, but you're not panicked because you know there's still an opportunity. No one's excited about his stat line right now. 1 touchdown pass. Okay, that's cool. But he's throwing an interception as well. Can he eliminate the mistakes and keep making the positive plays, the good plays? That's what they're looking for from him.
Time to find out if he can do just that. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to have a Browns first down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Now Chubb. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns get a score closer. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. A 4-play drive spanning 80 yards. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he's been good. 2 first-half touchdown passes, no interceptions so far.
Does a lot for your confidence. Does a great deal for your team. Gives them a lead, and they're feeling really good about how they're playing. I think he expects to throw at least another one.
That's good. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Maurice Hurst able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's J.K. Scott now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. Here comes Webster. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. So officially now a 1,000-yard campaign for him, but I don't think he's going to take his foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, it's one of those thoughts, though, that creeps into your mind because there is a little mini celebration over on the sidelines. Everybody, hey, job well done, over 1,000 already. But guaranteed, as you noted, someone's jumped in that huddle and said, a lot more to be done, guys. Let's not, would you say, take your foot off the pedal? Let's not do that right now. But there is that possibility as people can get self-satisfied. The greats do not. We'll find out what he's made of.
the ground. It's Chubb. Heck of a broken tackle, but only able to work this down near the 23. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Throwing right, and that's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. From the gun, Mayfield. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And finding the tight end, Hooper. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So now the Browns will turn it over to their field goal unit here. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. The kick by Lambeau is good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. On 1st and 10, Wallace. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders, and he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10.
Now Nick Chubb and the Browns get set for their next possession.
You start prorating these rushing numbers and looking ahead. He could be on pace for a 2,000-yard season. I don't want to jinx him, but what a year to this point.
But you just did.
Sorry?
That's okay. No, he can overcome that.
I'm not apologizing to you.
No.
Okay?
I like your attitude. But you're right. What's got to happen for it to actually occur? Offensive line has continued blocking the way they've been blocking. He has to stay healthy. But also, it's not just the idea that he's going to run the football, but you got to run it against numbers that dictate you throwing the football. Sometimes when you have 6 to block and you only have 5 guys, you've got to block them anyway, and he has to make someone miss as well the rest of the year.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Final play of the half, Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where you see the final score there. Justin Fields, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Davante Adams leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Finally, let's get to Silicon Valley to check on the 49ers at home at Levi Stadium. And it was the visiting LA Rams who get the victory in that one. Matthew Stafford, strong in the win, as his guys start the second half with a victory that moves them to 6-3 on the year. On to a look at the next-gen stats for the Browns in that first half. And they did not do much at all in terms of throwing the football in those first 2 quarters. That's going to need to improve if they want to erase this deficit. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts, as you can see the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And the Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
7 yards the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Another run with Sanders, and he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit, because that was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down. So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. James Daniels, the guard, called for the penalty there. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Throwing on 3rd and long. Wallace. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Scott, here as he gets this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start things off with a handoff to Chubb. They'll rumble for about 6 up across the 20 to the 22. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get up here to the 26. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He'll take a shot here for Hooper downfield. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I remember when I was a kid, and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sass.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Hey, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
About 15 cents.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
I tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Wallace. And this one complete to Smith. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down. From the gun, Wallace. Hit as he throws, and the ball is out. It's a live football. And this is picked up by the Browns. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Lambeau on for the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd quarter. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Throwing to start the drive. Wallace.
He'll drop this underneath for Gainwell.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Wallace. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Gets by him at the 25. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Heading out is the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Second and 2.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Mayfield now. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they've made some good adjustments, so he's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing him all sorts of trouble.
Now here's a throw that's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Oh, good move. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
The Sanders on first down with a little bit of space as he works his way forward, a gain of 4.
Looking to throw on second down. Wallace. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Wallace. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Webster now to return.
It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He is north of 200 yards. Any time that you can say you're north of 200 yards, you've done something right.
Yeah, you're going to get some big check marks on your grade sheet, and you're going to be in heavy rotation on all the highlight shows, and you might even make a magazine cover or 2.
He's hoping for more, the cherry on top maybe, as this game goes forward.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Landry.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. He's got Hooper on the short connection. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield.
He'll get this one complete to Darden.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
210 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Mayfield on play action. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. It's caught by Hooper. By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important third down. Here's Mayfield. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
So now the Eagles down by a field goal. At time, a huge factor. They've won 3 in a row, but they've got work to do if they want to get a 4th in a row as they come up on first down. On first down, Wallace.
That swung out wide to Sanders. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be second down.
He's back to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard. And he's taken down inside the 30. First down now, but that clock rolling. Back to throw.
He's going to drop this down to Sanders.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Back to throw. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw. He'll check this one down to Gainwell. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. The kick by Bass is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Mayfield. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Mayfield to throw. Pass complete to Chubb. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And we need overtime to decide this one after 4 quarters of play. We're all even. The extra session in a moment. This is the NFL on EA Sports. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. A big connection on that one. 34 yards.
And how about that? So many times the big play is what does it in overtime. They got one there, move the ball past midfield, and now you know they're on the move, looking to score the game-winning touchdown because a field goal won't finish the game.
Throwing on first down. Wallace. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. On 1st and 10, Wallace Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. Back to throw again. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
The first throw in overtime for Mayfield now. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
A give running right is Chubb, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Taking on the midfield logo. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
72 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run for it with Gainwell. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So all eyes now on Tyler Bass. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And they have regained the lead. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
That is so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it? It
was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Eagles,
the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year.
And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Giants.
Thank you.